You look like a star. Fantasy love is much better than reality love. Never doing it is very exciting. The most exciting attractions are between two opposites that never meet. Why do people think artists are special? It's just another job. I suppose I have a really loose interpretation of work because I think that just being alive is so much work at something you don't always want to do. One of the things that separates modern society, especially society in the United States or in any industrial, highly capitalist society, is the distancing of the consumer and the producer. In the more traditional society, the more fundamental societies, whether it be in ancient times or in present times, are the ones where the consumer and the producer oftentimes are the very same person. And this begins to kind of, this schizophrenia that we seem to sense, this disjunction in all of our economic, philosophical, and any thought that we have, I believe, is based on that fundamental split that keeps getting wider and wider between the consumer and the producer. So that now we hardly produce anything. So that now we are constantly consuming. And so these two factors in all of us are getting to the point where we cannot even see our way towards producing anything. So my wife's Uncle Nihat comes to America and he says, wow, you guys eat a lot of chicken, but I don't see any chickens around. You guys eat a lot of chicken, but I don't see any chickens around. Because you see, Uncle Nihat, when he wants to eat a chicken, he goes right in front, right? And gets the chicken and has to wring its neck and has to come to physical contact with it and has to see the blood and has to see all the plucking of the feathers and has to see the whole process. And he's connected. He is both consumer and producer at the same time. So I bring him to Albertsons, my store at the time. And this guy flips out. He can't understand. What is all this doing here? What is all this about? Because all he was looking at was products, right? And products for him are close extensions of his body. You see, and he's never seen anything so distant. You know, he can't. How do I get from here to there? And how do I begin to choose? What's going on here? What is this place? This is a madhouse. This is insanity. sweetheart. Okay? And that's the thing here. The origins, the original. We're sort of divorced from the origin. We're divorced from the originals of anything. And we're dealing in simulacra, as Baudrillard has a beautiful book on simulacrum. The similitude, you know, that becomes now the new original. Okay? The fake that becomes the new reality. What am I going to sell you? I'm not going to sell you, I'm going to sell you an image. I'm not even going to sell you the product. I'm not even going to sell you the product. Forget it. See, so this splitting up is happening even deeper, right? It's going deeper than the consumer and the product, right? It's going into this other area of the copy, the fake. Is not what we get. Ezra Pound, the cantos on usurer. You know, you eat bread that's like paper, stale rags, he says. No artwork is made to last, but to sell, and to sell quickly. No one can say anymore, Adamo me fecit. A human being made me. Canto 64. The icon is what we're selling now. The icon. So when Andy says, you know, I'm deeply superficial, you have to go no further than the surface. There's nothing behind it. Please understand that literally.